Is going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty Lego Guy here, and welcome to another episode from Old School Wednesdays. And today we're really going old school. This is actually the very first space shuttle and launch pad that LEGO ever made, and it's from the year 1990. That set 1682 had 423 pieces, 3 minifigs, and it's so old that I could not find an original price on the set. This was before a lot of your guys' time as well as my time. In fact, I wasn't even born yet. So honestly, yeah, this is a great set. This is for you guys that are those LEGO City Maniacs. Anyways, really cool set. Can't wait to get into it. It's from a simpler time, but there's some sort of there's something special about how the sets were back then, like 1990, late 80s, early 90s, even mid 90s. But yeah, enough talk. Let's get right into it. All right, so to start, let's just give you guys a 360 view of this set in its entirety. So pretty cool looking little set. I really do like the base plate, because if you notice, this gray piece is literally built right into the green piece. You don't see that a lot nowadays. So what we're gonna do actually first off, let's just take this apart. First off, we'll look at the little car that's right here. So let's check that guy out. So here the little car is, nothing too crazy with it. Be a 360 view. What is cool about it though is it can fit all 3 minifigs. In fact, you could almost fit a fourth actually if you were just to customize this a little bit, but nothing too crazy. That's the little card itself. Now let's take a look at the rocket ship. And here it is. So honestly, I think LEGO actually did a really good job considering that this is almost 30 years old. And this is the very first rocket ship that LEGO had ever made. So pretty cool. I really like these little jet turbines. I've never seen that anywhere else. And then I love how they used black barrels to make the engines. So just really cool, really inventive. As you can see, it says supposed to say United States. This set is very old. And oh, just a shout out to Chris for giving me this. He's one of my friends, and he lent this set over to me. So yeah, thanks again, Chris, if you're watching this. So you open this up, and there's this little antenna thing here. I'll show you guys how it kind of works. So this just comes out like that. This is how they did it back in the day. And there you have it. It's kind of fragile, so you kind of have to be careful. But yeah, that's kind of how it worked, this little antenna thing. And then the other crazy thing about this, and this just opens all up so you can do it, is this is how you open the cockpit. So nothing fancy, you just pull the piece right off and slam the little dude in there. It actually is a little bit tricky to get him in here. And there you go, this guy's ready to go to space. So that's literally it. Anyway, so it's kind of cool just how simple this set is. But yeah, those are the 2 vehicles that were included. Now let's take a look at the main base itself. Here's the shuttle itself. So, well, the launch pad, I mean. So what I really liked about this is all the little details. If you guys can see, they got these little, what almost looks like it's fueling the engine. Here's the back of it. And this can actually just take right off with the main rocket on it. So pretty cool. And what's really cool about this little set is it's actually all just done by a string that runs itself over to here. So you can just take this off when you want to put it into flight. And now it's going into orbit. And yeah, and then just stick it right back on when you want it to kind of be on display. What's kind of cool is it has this little feature here where you can pull it up. Now I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't work very well because the rocket ship is just way too heavy for the for this almost like a little tower. So it will literally just break right off. Like I'll show you guys. Oh, maybe it's doing it. Okay, so it can kind of work. Okay, there you see, now it's coming down, right? But in theory, cool idea, just doesn't work that well in real life. And then I'll show you guys a little bit more with this bridge. So I actually really like this bridge, as well as the base plate, as I mentioned earlier. Just really cool. And then they got this little thing that comes in like this to keep the rocket ship in, like you guys see in real life. And there you go. So now the rocket ship's not going anywhere. And then when you're ready to stick it into flight, they break things. It just goes like so. So really cool little rocket ship. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into the minifigs. And man, they are really simple. So normally what I do is I stick it on my display pad, but these minifigs were just way too simple to even bother doing that. So first off, we'll start off with the guy on the left. So you get two of them. So as you can see, the back one is very worn. Nothing too crazy about them. There's no back face printing or anything. But what is interesting, oh, it's not this one, is back in the day, minifigs would literally have a little LEGO logo right there. So it wasn't like this, what we're more used to nowadays. You can see if the camera focuses, you guys can see what I'm looking at. It literally was like a stud, literally at the end of the guy's face. So actually kind of interesting that they did it like that. And then this is the astronaut. Crazy, I mean, he just looks like a race car driver. He just has a little visor on. No torso printing. Actually, some of these models did have a little NASA torso printing, but this one, I think it was a hit and miss. Some sets had it, some sets didn't, because I checked on Bricklink and some of them had it, some of them didn't. And there's no back torso printing, nothing. It's just the minifig itself. So really interesting. This is how they did it back in the day. I was honestly shocked because if you're like me, anything I've owned, which is like mid-90s and after, they all had a lot more detail than this, but it's kind of cool. It's a simpler time. You got to give it for the simplicity. There's just something classic about it. Well guys, that was my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, my final thoughts on this set is I think it was really cool. I think LEGO did a great job. In fact, this makes me want to get more older sets from like the 80s, early 90s. The LEGO sets that were out there just before I started getting into LEGO. Because honestly, they're really good. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this set. Do you like this set? Do you not? Actually, if you guys own it, I'd be interested to hear that as well. And then, I mean, obviously, looking at those minifigs, that was hilarious. They're really simple. Not a lot to them. I mean, it's shockingly not enough. I mean, the astronaut just has like a helmet and a little visor, and that guy's an astronaut. There you guys go. But I mean, there's something cool that they're so simple. LEGO's obviously come a long way, and I thought the build itself was actually pretty good. Maybe not today's standards, but I mean, it's still really cool when you look at it. But yeah, let me know again what you guys think about this set. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. But yeah, if you guys have an idea for another future Old School Wednesday set that you'd like me to review, let me know and I'll take it into consideration. But yeah, if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and ring that bell so you're notified for any new old LEGO sets that I'll be reviewing. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Take care. I'll catch you on the next one.